What did the volunteer gardeners say?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to grow my community.
That's good.
Thanks. Appreciate it. All right. Donna Hockey. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Welcome to ClackCo Works, where we talk about what Clackamas County has going on and interesting people like yourself. Happy to introduce Donna Hockey today. She is a community relations specialist with Public and Government Affairs, where I work. Thanks so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Today, we are going to talk about ABCs, advisory boards and commissions within the county. So, first question, what is an ABC and what do they do?
Yeah, thank you. An ABC is part of our community engagement program. We have a lot of different pieces to that. There's community engagement going on all over the county. And the basic philosophy is that people should have a say in the policies that affect them. And ABCs are groups of volunteers that get together around different topics, such as public health, it could be the budget, could be mental illness and addictions, and they discuss that and give their feedback.
That's great. So let's give an example just of one real quick that you can talk a little bit more about what one particular does, anyone you want.
Yeah, we have one, the Parks Advisory Board, which manages, they advise on policy management, give recommendations on our county parks. They could give feedback on the fee structure or naming, just to name a few things, and also maybe how many visitors are allowed at a campsite.
Okay, and so, great. Would they also give like recommendations on amenities sometimes? Like if there's kids' playgrounds there or not kids' playgrounds?
Yeah, they could. They could give feedback on community needs for county parks. Yeah,
great.
definitely.
So I think we have somewhere around 15 parks or something like that, not including North Clackamas parks, but yeah, that's great. So why are ABCs, in a nutshell, important?
Yeah, they're really important. They are a bridge between the community and local government. They are groups of people that get together and give their feedback. They lend their unique perspectives on policies, planning. It could be a number of things. And just sharing those opinions equals better decision making for the county.
How many people usually are in an ABC? Is it,
Yeah, it could be anywhere from 5 to 19, I think is the one that has the most.
They follow their own sort of set of rules? Like, how often do they meet a lot of times? I guess it's dependent on the ABC?
Yeah, it varies. Some meet monthly, bi-monthly, some as needed. So some get together just for a particular planning session or financial budget, or as needed. If for some of the land use things for the Planning Commission, they will get together when they have a reason to and things that they need to vote on.
Okay. How many total ABCs are there that Clackamas County has?
There are over 40 ABCs.
Over 40?
On various topics.
So it's a lot of people doing a lot of different things.
A lot of people doing a lot of things, giving a lot of valuable feedback, and there is something for everyone to get involved, something that they can be passionate about.
Okay. So what's one that has made somewhat of a difference that you know about either recently or in years past?
The Aging Services Advisory Council has made a difference recently. They all make a difference. This is one that I have an example on. And because they have very long names, we have acronyms for them. We call this ASAC. They advise the social services.
Okay, within Health, Housing, and Human Services.
That's right, yes. And social services just recently went in front of the Board of County Commissioners and presented their area plan, which is a 4-year strategic plan. This advisory board makes recommendations on issues affecting Clackamas County seniors.
Okay.
And so they were involved in this planning from the beginning. And the beginning stages are community engagement, getting feedback from seniors in the county.
So that's what they did. The members of the commissions went out and actively got feedback.
Well, they gave recommendations on the types of questions, and that would be in the survey. They helped get feedback by making sure that they got the word out, and they were able to identify some gaps and opportunities as well.
Great.
One of the things that they identified was the need for supports around social isolation in seniors, which is a big issue. And they're also going to be doing some research and finding solutions and making those recommendations to the division.
Okay.
They also do a quality control thing. So social services will go into adult residential homes and they'll deliver meals for seniors. And so ASAC will go and visit with seniors, talk to them during the meals, see how they feel about the food, how they feel about the customer service, and it's a good opportunity. They talk about other issues that affect seniors and bring it back to social services.
Well, that's great. So they get really, really involved.
They do.
And they're on the ground.
They are on the ground.
With people who get the services.
People. Yes.
That's great.
And they're representative. So they have to be, I think, 55 plus to be in it. So they are really in touch with things that are going on with seniors.
Is it, as far as all the ABCs, is it only residents of Clackamas County, or is it also certain types of stakeholders?
It's mostly residents who are 18 and over, although some ABCs have spots for high school students, like traffic safety is one that has, they do a lot of educational stuff inside the school, and so they have 2 slots for high school students to get feedback on how best to deliver that message. Maybe it's DUI prevention, or traffic safety, or the Safe Communities program. And so having that feedback is really valuable.
Okay, that's great. I think a lot of people have heard, or at least people who pay attention to sort of the county government, like the 2 that always pop up are the Planning Commission, which gets really involved in sort of like land use and recommendations, stuff like that, and also the Budget Committee, where we have 5 members of the community join with the 5 Clackamas County commissioners to do an approved budget and that sort of thing. So I guess what are some of your other favorites, or what are some really interesting areas where ABCs focus on, like these groups? We mentioned parks and ASAC, but what other odd ones are there?
I don't know about odd, but a couple that come to mind are, we have a Veterans Advisory Council, and that membership is made up of veterans. And they are there to promote veteran services, making sure veterans get in contact with services. And they hold an expo each year, which it connects vets to providers, as well as connecting providers to providers, which is really cool, because if somebody comes to one of the providers and that vet needs another service, the provider knows exactly where to send the vet. Instead of starting from scratch, it's a more comprehensive service. We recently had a really large recruitment. There was about 10 ABCs that had openings, and we had a really popular ABC. It was the Solid Waste Commission. You can guess maybe what they do, but what they really do is they review and discuss staff recommendations and give recommendations to the Board of County Commissioners on garbage and recycling. And
because that's the solid waste.
That's right. But in the last 2 years, they gave recommendations on collection fees, and those recommendations were not only considered, but approved by the board.
Great. So that's involvement in action, I guess. So there we go. I know there's a new ABC being formed right now, and it's the Community Homelessness Advisory Board. How and why did that happen?
Community homelessness. We call this one the CHAB. Homelessness is a huge topic in Clackamas County. Reducing homelessness is a huge priority. It takes a variety of departments and providers in order to do this, because it takes a village. It's not just about housing, it's also about substance abuse recovery, disorder, could be about mental illness, it could be economics, it could be chronic health conditions. There's a lot of different factors that go into what somebody experiences when they are homeless. And in 2023, the county adopted a recovery-oriented system of care resolution, which basically acknowledges that there are many things that go into this, and in order to have a really good solution, you need to address many issues. And so the CHAB brings people together from different industries and backgrounds, behavioral health, business community, mental health, education, law enforcement, and people with lived experience to get together and talk about these topics and to give recommendations and feedback on the county's homelessness response.
Right. And so as far as in the process, we're in the middle of developing that group right now, and then ultimately the Board of County Commissioners will okay it. Is that right?
It's been approved. We're just running the recruitment right now.
Oh, great. So it's already done.
Yes.
Okay,
and looking at bylaws as well.
Okay. Do all members of ABCs, are they actually approved by the Board of County Commissioners?
Yes, they are appointed by the Board of County Commissioners, but there's an interview process and recommendations from the members of the volunteer group and staff liaisons as well.
Great. How can people get involved? If
Yes.
they're listening and they say, oh, this is great, I want to check these out, I want to see these areas, how do we do it?
Yeah, so there are a lot of ABCs, a lot of topics, something for everyone, and everybody's voice is really valuable. A little bit of time, a couple of hours a month, make huge impact. So there's a lot of ways that you can learn more about it. Go to www.clackamas.us/community/ABC. You can also search Clackamas County ABCs. You can join the newsletter, ClackCo Monthly, which we advertise.
Yeah, it's on the bottom of every one of our web pages where it says get email updates.
Yes, so those are some of the ways. Meetings are opening to the public, and so we would love to have people come down and check it out. And we really want to have perspectives of everybody in all the communities within Clackamas County.
Very good. Donna, thanks for being here. Always lovely to talk to you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.